Okay, everyone. So right now we're going to be looking at foreign keys. So like we talked about primary keys are used to identify or used to join tables together, or we can use them to identify two similar columns on a table or two similar tables in a database. So we have what we call foreign key. So foreign key constraint is used to prevent action that will destroy links between tables. So a foreign key is a field that refers to the primary key in under table. So which means that if ID is a primary key in person's table, ID might be a foreign key in, let's say, customer's table. Okay. So let's say we have the person's table, 1, 2, 3, and this is what we have the ID here, last name, first name, and age. Then we have order ID, order number, person ID. Now, what we can see here is that in the person's table, the person ID is the primary key, right? But in the orders table, the orders ID is the primary key. But we still have person ID existing here. So what does that mean? It means that here the person ID is existing as a foreign key, which we can use to link person's table and orders table together. So the person's table collects the primary key, while the orders table collects the foreign key using person's ID. So here person's ID exists as a foreign key, but here person's ID exists as a primary key. Okay, so notice that person's ID column in the orders table points to person's ID column in the person's table. Okay, so the foreign key makes reference to the primary key, while the primary key is used to merge or is used to identify the foreign key number table. So in summary, what will exist as a primary key in one table can be existing as a foreign key in another table. So the person's ID column in the person's table is the primary key in the person's table. The person's ID column in the orders table is a foreign key in the orders table. So that is what to know about foreign keys and primary keys. Okay, foreign keys and primary keys. So let's see how we can use foreign keys to create our table. So remember the same syntax we use here. I'm sure here is understandable. We're creating a table called orders. Then order ID we're saying should be integer and not null. Okay. Then we have order number should be integer and definitely not null. Then we have person's ID should be integer because it deals with numbers, right? Then it can be null or not null. It depends because it's not our primary key per se. It's not what we want to use as our primary key. Then we have the primary key here called order ID. So we are saying, okay, the primary key for this order table should be order ID. Why the foreign key for this table should be person's ID. So we can say two persons and two foreign keys, the same way we said two primary keys in that one. But here we are only referring to one foreign key because um, only one of the columns is referencing another column, another primary key in another table we have. So we say foreign key should be person's ID. Then what is this person's ID referencing? Person's ID is referencing person's ID in person's table. All right. So I'll come again. Our foreign key is person's ID. But now this person's ID in the orders table is referencing the person's ID in the person's table. That is why it's our foreign key. Okay. So anytime you want to use a foreign key, you must also use references. You have to tell the code, okay, what is this foreign key referencing? What table and what ID, what primary key is it referencing? So the foreign key always references the primary key. All right, so that just to take the foreign key always makes reference to the primary key. So whenever you're putting your code and you're using a foreign key, you have to be sure to make sure that you tell the code what it is referencing. Okay, so that is how to go about creating tables with foreign keys and